Well, hello, everybody. We are live on the show floor at InfoComm 2026. It is the HETMA booth. It is now Wednesday afternoon. And instead of being downstairs partying, we're sitting up here talking into microphones.
That's right. And if you can hear the music, I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are.
That's true. All right. We are here today with Rebecca Wade of Igloo. How are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been quite a week. And as you can tell, I'm a big fan of Igloo. Hey.
Da, da, da.
Okay. So real quick, let's start here. For all the people that didn't get to come and are bummed, they're at home, they're not here on the show floor.
Missing out on 110 degrees.
I know, but let's help them out. Let's help them out, right? Let's give them the thing. So if they were here,
yes,
and they were able to visit your guys' booth, which we can see
as the
right
crow
over
flies,
there.
it's approximately 20 feet away.
Yeah. What
would you say that's 20 feet?
That's
maybe
30. That's 42 feet.
I grew up in metric, so
no, I know. Yeah, you have to convert it. And
I'm sorry.
and threw it on the front.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
Sorry, what was the question?
What would they be seeing if they were able to come over to the Igloo Vision booth?
If you came over to the Igloo Vision booth within the next 72 hours, you would be seeing a cube with floor projection. So it's 3 walls. Oh my God. 3 walls of projection plus floor projection. We also have a touch interactivity wall just to show kind of that capability. It's not super important to the show as much as just showing people what options are available. But we're showing all kinds of use cases and content from education, corporate, business, training, industry, energy, and so on.
All that sort of thing.
Yeah. Our booth it's probably, I would say it's one of our most standard products is the cube.
Yeah.
Some people do customize them because apparently the standard product just isn't what we need. But yeah, it's cool.
Cool. And what are you like? I know that you guys just rolled out your Core Engine 2.0 software.
We did, right? Yes.
Anybody, and I say this,
they had a party in the UK.
And you didn't get to go?
Well, no. So they let us do dinner for the US team, so much smaller. But they had swag at the English party, and they didn't send any over to us. So if you're watching this, Igloo UK, thanks a lot. There were water bottles, there were T-shirts.
And they didn't send you any over here in the States?
Devastating.
Not
sorry,
cool.
You were in the middle of a question. I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Just that. So what you would see is a cube that is projected onto.
Yes, a fully immersive space.
Yeah,
controlled by tablet.
Okay, great. You put up walls, you put projectors on it.
Not to be reductive about it, Brian.
Yeah, exactly. But how the thing about it is the software, the engine that makes it easy to then use that and display things is kind of like, I think what sets it apart from just like, I walk in and it's kind of neat too. This is something that we use on campus.
Yes. So it's a step away from traditional projection mapping software. It's first and foremost less complicated. We've spent a lot of time. So we have a full development team based across the globe. We are constantly working on the software, refining it, improving it, listening to customer feedback. And one of the key drivers for us at Igloo is to make that software suite, Igloo Core Engine, as straightforward to use as possible. Yeah. So 2.0 just got released. Party, raising my brow. Yeah. And in that, there were even more simplifications. So actually, James Yavapai, when I came over to do the webinar with you guys, he just had the upgrade like that morning.
Yeah.
He took like a duck to water. It was crazy. The main thing that we are focused on is that you shouldn't have to have a tech degree to be able to run a space. Which obviously, if you are doing a very niche use case and you need something like a projection mapping software to do a very specific thing, then of course that makes sense. But for the immersive classrooms where it's supposed to be educators coming in and being able to access the space easily, pull up content easily, that usability and that simplified UI is massive. It's huge. I mean, you didn't know me back then, but we didn't always have Igloo Core Engine.
Right.
So Igloo Core Engine was released about 4 years ago. And it was the culmination of the previous decade's worth of software development. And we actually had an old software suite that had an individual app to handle each type of content.
Yeah.
So you had to open one to run a video. You had to open one to run Unity. You had to open one if you wanted to put YouTube on the screen. And then they completely overhauled it. They've been working towards it for a decade to overhaul it and turn it into this really, really simple to use software. And it's absolutely incredible. Just the way that it works. I often in my demonstrations, I will actually hand the tablet to the people coming for the demos. And it makes people nervous at first because they're like, well, you can't break it.
Yeah.
It's been designed. I mean, the worst thing that ever happens is you have to turn it off and on again on the tablet, and it's fine.
I mean, the worst that would happen would be you drop the tablet and kick
and it smashes. Yeah.
Other than that, well, I think like that's a good point, because like that's, I think, what people think when they think of like this 360 immersive room, is that
they assume it's complicated.
It's hard to do, and it's difficult, and I have to have special, like, I wouldn't know how to make anything for that.
Yes.
And what your guys' system does is make it easy for it to be as simple as building a Google, we have a Google Slides template for ours.
Was so cool.
And then any instructor can create, just like making a PowerPoint presentation, something to put into our immersive space.
If nothing else, they can do that. Everyone knows how to do that.
Yep.
There's not one, you're absolutely right. And it's as simple or as complicated as you make
as
it.
you want it to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's that we refer to it as the low barrier of entry, or whatever that is.
Okay.
It's easy to get started, and then it just sparks idea after idea after idea after idea. And even in the short time ours has been up, I cannot keep up with what. There's a party going on, and we're up here.
Joe's loving merch off of the stand.
But I am blown. I cannot keep up with everything that people at YC are making for our Igloo.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's
They're doing
amazing.
stuff I didn't even know that you could do.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a lovely aspect of the software. And I didn't start out in our education team. I originally started out on the corporate and enterprise team. And for the corporate and enterprise, it is much more rigid as a sector in terms of what they need and how they need it to perform. Whereas I think educators are so much more familiar with problem solving and working around and understanding and trying to figure out new ways to do things and getting creative with it, that I think the software works really well with that kind of personality type, to be able to approach it and go, okay, it can do this, it can do 100 other things, what else can I do with it? And then just really just pushing that envelope. I mean, some of the last few projects, so you guys, West Texas A&M, had a couple of others through this year as well, and some of the stuff they're just doing amazing things with it, and they're doing it. They're not on the phone to me every day going, Bex, how the heck do I use it? They're not on the phone to support every day. They're just doing it.
These are not graphic design people. These are instructors.
Library
these are
staff,
regular
students. I mean, there's people coming from all sorts of. I mean, we had one installation where the person who did it was just absolutely like super calm, super chill, seemed like super relaxed about it, and I was worried that afterwards they were gonna freak out. Like once the install went in, they were gonna be like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on with this. And they just were like, no, this is great. I know exactly. And I had a demo once, and the university that came in actually kicked me out of the room and video called their team from the Igloo demo system and did a demo for their own team, because he was like, I got this, don't worry about it. I'll see you later.
They're literally in your facility going, I can run yours.
I was like, are you sure you don't want me to be? Like, no one's ever done that to me before. So I was sort of sat outside there sweating out of my eyes. I was like, oh my God, like what? And he did the Teams call, he set it up, he ran it, he demonstrated every single use case that I'd shown him. And it was that easy. And I was just like, oh wow, they know
that's
what's
awesome.
Up. So
well, it's early enough in the week that people might see or hear this that can actually make it over if they're here on site.
Woo.
So you guys are C58 something or other, but right by the HETMA booth.
5823.
C5823. I wrote it on your arm. That's perfect.
But we're right next to HETMA, so we cannot be missed. We are also, well, I don't know if the last past happy hour, to be honest, but we've got co-branded cups with you guys this year. So everyone that is coming to take a cup can only have one as long as they come and hang out with HETMA as well. So it's a good time to come by and see the booth. But tomorrow we'll be doing mostly just product demonstrations, talking about case studies and things. Friday's going to be a bit more of a chill day. That's usually the day when folks, if you have come, or if you are coming to see the space and you want to look at a very specific thing, very specific application, or maybe even try some content out, that's definitely the day I recommend for
you get some time in there on Friday.
Today and tomorrow is just like boom, 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 we just got to show it. But Friday is much more of a chill vibe. So it's people want to try out their Matterports, YouTube videos, whatever it is, that's a good time.
Good deal. All right. And then for people at home, what's the website to go look at?
So if you are interested in more information, you can check out igloovision.com. If you'd like to get in touch, it's info@igloovision.com. You can also reach out to any one of us on LinkedIn. We have an Instagram profile, we have Facebook, and then we have X or Twitter as it was formerly known. I think that's it.
I think that's good. And if not, reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with everybody.
That is also true.
You know
I
what
think
I'm
I did also mention yesterday that carrier pigeon was one that we had not explored yet, but I'm very open. If anybody would like to get in touch by carrier pigeon, I will post my PO box.
You know how much fun it would actually be to send
It would be
a carrier
so
pigeon?
much fun. It would also be so much fun to receive a carrier
Oh my
pigeon.
gosh.
Like, it's just, how does it know where you are?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Let's figure that out. All right. Well, thank you for chatting with us here. Again. We're not saying anything about the first recording. You know what I'm saying? That didn't
Or the one that we just did.
That was my fault. Or the other one. It's a lot of content from Igloo. But yeah, much appreciated. Great to hang out with you. Thank you for making awesome stuff that lets us help our teachers and students at our institutions.
Thank you for using it and not breaking it.
We're doing our best. All right.
That's always a win. Okay.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye.